Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. So I quickly wanted to share something with you here today because this will give you a deep understanding of what's going on here in Asia. So last week, there was a fatal crash of U.S. military aircraft off the coast of Yakushima Island in Kagoshima Prefecture, which is in the south of Japan. And the aircraft is called Osprey, which is, as you know, a transport aircraft. And Osprey can, as you may know, it can land and take off like a helicopter and fly like a fixed-wing aircraft, which is its strength. According to media reports from here, when the crash occurred, it was carrying out routine training and it had 8 men, and unfortunately 1 confirmed dead and other 7 still remain missing. But I just heard the news last night that they found 5 new bodies, so it's still developing. But I'm not actually here to talk about the Osprey itself. I would like to talk about the concerns that are rising politically after this, and that is this crash could delay the Japanese Ground Self-Defense Forces plan to relocate its Osprey aircraft from a temporary deployment site in Kisarazu near Tokyo to Saga in the southwestern area of Japan by 2025. And this plan is, of course, the preparation for the rising military threats of China. Just as China is aiming to invade into Taiwan and the Philippines, they've been coming into the waters around Japan's Senkaku Islands as well. 2 days ago, actually, I saw the news that Chinese vessels have come into the contiguous zone of Senkaku Islands for 122 days straight. And I'm not surprised actually because it happens often. And we are unfortunately used to it just like China wants us to be. And our politicians are quiet because one of our governing parties, Komeito, is pro-China, and even among the other governing party, LDP, there are many pro-China politicians as well, because that's what happens when you live right next to China, being deeply tied economically. But the good news is that the majority of us Japanese can see what's happening. So Japan's plan includes the establishment of Japanese version of Marines and the introduction of the Osprey for rapid deployment of the force. And we want to relocate Osprey to Saga Airport, as Saga is relatively close to Camp Aino-Ura in Nagasaki, which will be the base of the force. But then this crash happened, so we are hoping that it doesn't stop our plan. And I say this especially because Kishida administration has been doing a great job when it comes to our national security. I don't know if you remember, but last year, this season, on December 16th, Kishida administration approved 3 new strategic documents: the National Security Strategy, the National Defense Strategy, and Defense Build-Up Program. And these documents say that Japan has faced the most serious national security involvement since the end of the World War II. And the National Security Strategy described China as the greatest strategic challenge for Japan and the international community, followed by North Korea and Russia, and that is actually an upgrade from 2013. The same document back then stated that China was an issue of concern. And based on these documents, Japan is now working on many things, such as, for example, raising our defense spending from about 1% of GDP to 2%, which is the NATO guideline for defense investment. And we will also have counter-strike capabilities now to destroy enemy missile launch sites and other military targets for self-defense, which is a major shift in our post-war security policy. And I want to emphasize that our government is also looking at potential military use of civilian infrastructure. And there is this draft of the Public Infrastructure Development Plan that is revealed now through our media, which is to develop airports and ports across Japan to strengthen defense capabilities. In that plan, a total 38 facilities, 14 airports and 24 ports nationwide to be exact, have been selected as candidate sites to be extended or expanded for easing the use by the self-defense forces and others. While it is intended to be used for civilian purposes as a transportation and logistics hub, in peacetime, it is also envisioned to be used for defense and evacuation of residents in the event of an emergency, allowing for the berthing of self-defense force destroyers and takeoff or landing of fighter jets. So how we are doing this is that with China's increasingly provocative behavior in Taiwan Strait in mind, the project emphasizes on development of the Southwest Islands, which are close to Taiwan, and the Kyushu and Shikoku regions, which will serve as a base for the self-defense forces and the good transportation. And on another note, it was decided that Japan will buy hundreds of Tomahawk missiles from the US, as I told you before, and Japan's helicopter carriers also. 2 of them are being modified for the use of F-35 fighter jets. And speaking of fighter jets, Japan is also working on the joint development of a new fighter jet with Britain and Italy to boost our technology. And the list goes on, but these are what Kishida administration has been working on, so that's why we are hoping that everything will continue to work out. And on a related note, I'd like to briefly touch on Okinawa as well. In Okinawa, as you may know, we have been constructing the new US Marine base to relocate it from Futenma to Henoko. But the governor of Okinawa, Denny Tamaki, has been sabotaging. And for example, he doesn't give the permission for the construction, which is obviously essential for the construction. And as you can tell, that is illegal, right? And in fact, our Supreme Court sentenced that what the governor is doing, in fact, is illegal. However, the governor ignores even the Supreme Court sentence, which is outrageous. And what this means is that today in Japan, on one hand, under Kishida administration, there is this rapid increase of defense capabilities. And on the other hand, there are powers inside Japan that are attempting to sabotage in any way possible, including illegal means. Right? In Japan right now, there's this intense political battle that's been going on. And so the Osprey Crash that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, it's not one random unfortunate accident, and rather it's that there are left wings here in Japan that take advantage of such a case, saying that the US aircrafts are dangerous, and that's something that I wanted to share with you in this video. Just so you know, these left wings are pro-China from the Cold War era to the present. They have been consistent. They've been in the way of increasing Japan's defense capabilities and America's activities. And guess who benefits from these actions by them? That's a question that I ask every day to keep myself going in this battle. And that's all I have to say in this video, so thank you so much for attention. If you like this video, please like and share. And this is what I do, so super thanks will be very much appreciated. If you haven't, please follow me on X, and also you can buy my art, link in the description box below. And so I'll see you in my next live stream. I do live streams, so subscribe to this channel, hit the bell so that you won't miss it, okay? So thank you so much again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!